everyone. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to Ceelee's Kitchen Live this morning. Good morning, everyone. So I'm just waiting on the live to build up. And this morning, guys, I will be making a very interesting breakfast. Yes, I'll be making a very interesting breakfast. And it will be plantain balls. Yes. So what I did, I got some semi-sweet plantains and I also got some ripe plantains. I peeled them, I cut them up, and I also boiled them. So what I'm gonna do right here, I'm just gonna put them in my bowl and I'm just gonna crush them with some butter. Yes, and I'm using country crock plant-based butter. So let me get something so I could mash my plantains. So, I'll give it a knife. Alrighty, so I'm adding about 2 tablespoons full of plant-based butter. And then I'm gonna mash it with my masher right here. Oh, this is looking good already. And thank you all for joining me this morning on YouTube Live. So I think I see my daughter joining me on the live this morning. Good morning, Brianna. Say hi. Say hi to your mama. Okay, guys, so this is looking nice and mushy already. So as you can see, it's all mashed out in the bowl. Okay, so to this, guys, I'm gonna be adding some onions. And of course, you know, I like to grate my onions. So I'm just gonna grate about a half of this half onion in this mix right here. So I actually have little strips of onions, you know, just to flavor this. And I'm gonna use the other piece just to cook down my my mackerel. Oops. So I'm gonna add to this some chopped baby bell pepper. So I'm using 2 colors. I'm using a red one and I'm using a yellow baby bell pepper. So I'm just cutting this up in strips and then I'm gonna put it in my little baby miniature mortar right here. And I'm just gonna break it up even more. So I'm just gonna scoop that in there in a minute. I have some chopped pieces of garlic right here and I have some tomatoes. I'm just gonna use 1. I don't need a lot. So I'm just gonna add this to, we call it mortar in Jamaica. But what I'm gonna do is just break up everything to smaller pieces and I want it kind of mushy. So I'm just gonna break it down a little bit more. so it's all nice and smushy. So I'm adding this, guys, to my mixture right here. And then I'm going to mix this together with my wooden spoon. And then I'm going to be adding some snacking cheeses. This is the habanero jack snack and cheese, and I got this in Aldi's. So I'm gonna be just grating about 3 pieces in this mixture right here. Gonna be grating these 3 pieces in this mixture because you know, guys, I like my cheese. Okay, so this is all grated. So I'm just gonna mix everything together in this bowl. Oops. Until it looks almost like a dough. Because remember, I'm making them into small bowls, and then I'm going to be throwing them in the air fryer. So this has a slightly sweetish taste to it because I used one half ripe plantain, and I also use a ripe plantain. So I mix both of them together to make this a sumptuous plantain ball. And of course, guys, you know this has to be seasoned. So I'm adding some crushed red pepper. I'm adding some crushed red pepper to this. And then I'm going to add Mrs. Dash everything but salt. Oops, let me use this side. And then I'm also adding Mrs. Dash table blend. So this will be a yummy, yummy, yummy plantain balls. And of course, I'm going to add some Goya. So I'm mixing this all together until it starts coming together like a dough. All right. Of course, I'm going to add a little grapeseed oil, about a tablespoonful, just to help to keep it together. Because there's no liquid, but because of its texture and the butter that I added earlier, it's coming together. All right. Let me take this up. So right here, I have my other cutting board, and I'm going to be adding some almond flour. Just a little bit, and then I'm going to just spread this out. All right. So I'm going to wash my hands, guys, before I do this. Oops. Just clean my hands. Good morning. How are you? Pop Smoke Unleashed commented. Hi. How are you, Apuroy? Hi, good morning, Miss C. And my daughter is on live as well. Yes. And I think I also see Chris. I'm not sure if it's Chris. Hi, and I also see Paulette and Corrine on my live. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my live, guys. And thanks for joining me. Alrighty, so guys, I've mashed up my plantain and I've seasoned it up. So now I'm gonna make them into little balls and I'm gonna throw them in the air fryer. But before I do that, where's my spray? I just had it right here. Anyway, I'll just use, oh, it fell because I know I had it on the counter. Alrighty, so I'm using grapeseed oil spray just to put a little in the bottom of the air fryer pan. And then I'm just gonna scoop a little bit of this seasoned mashed up plantain into a nice little ball. So I'm just gonna take some from the spoon, and of course, guys, I washed my hands before. So I'm just forming it into a ball, and then I'm gonna flour it with my almond flour. So you see, I get a nice little ball right here. So I'm just gonna drop it in. I'm not gonna start it yet until I have about 10 in the air fryer. So I'm gonna make another one. And then I'm gonna dust it with my almond flour right here. You know, see, I have another ball right here. And what I'll do, I'll just make about 6 or so, and then I'll just put them all in. But I just wanted to show you what they look like. And this is something you could try at home, guys. You could try it if you're having guests over, if you're having a party, if you're having like a Super Bowl night. Yes, you could also try this recipe. You know, instead of having the chips and the dip, you could make this and also make your own dip. And put them in a nice little bowl, and everybody just, you know, take a fork, stick one of them, and enjoy it. So I will continue to make some balls with this. And when I have about 6 or 8 or so, I'll just drop them in the air fryer. So I continue to make them in balls, and then I'm going to be dusting it. Oh, I have a lumpy one right here. Let me scoop some more. Okay, guys, so for those of you who are just joining me, I just added all the seasoning, Mrs. Dash. I added peppers, I added garlic, I added onions, chopped onions, and peppers, you know, just to season it a little bit. I also added some plant-based butter. And you could be optional with this thing, guys. You could also add some meat if you like. And I'm going to be adding some with some turkey pieces. Alrighty. So my husband went to Trader Joe's and he saw this oven roasted turkey breast, right? And it's all vegetarian fed. It's range free, no added hormones, no antibiotics ever. It's fully cooked and it's gluten free. That's the part that caught me. It's gluten free. Yes, guys, it's gluten free. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out about 2 slices just to make a variety of the plantain balls. And then I'm going to break them up in small pieces because it's already fully cooked. And then I'm going to throw it in the toaster oven so it's going to be cooked again. So I took out 2 slices. So I'm just going to break it up with my hands. And then I'm going to just throw it in there. All right. So I'm just going to mix this in. So we have some with meat and some without meat. So for all you vegans, you could do the one without the meat. But for all you people who love the meat, hey, yes, let me see what my viewers are saying. She said, yes, indeed. Oh, Brianna said yes, it's Chris. Hi, Chris. Good morning. How are you? So I have my children on the live as well this morning, guys. All right. So I broke up some meat inside of this mix right here. And I'm going to make some balls from this one. And let's see how this tastes. Because remember, I have added cheese in it. So can you imagine when the turkey and the cheese make meat in this? Worries. So I'm just going to make about 2 or 3 more in the interest of time. Because I soon have to pop out of here to drop Hubby to work. So in the interest of time, I might just make 2 or 3 more. Because time is of the essence. And then I'm just going to dust it right here. I'll just make the others later or maybe tomorrow morning for breakfast. All right, so I have 2, 4, 6, and I had 2 in there already. All right, let me make 2 more. Let me make 2 more of these balls. All right, and then I'll just save the rest for later. So I'm making some plantain balls. And I'm going to wash my hands, guys, because I don't like when my hands are dirty. All right, so I'm just going to dust these in the almond flour right here. I'm going to wash my hands before I touch my All right. All right, guys. So I'm just going to drop this inside of my air fryer. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's make it a dozen. Let me make 1 more. Oops, don't start yet. I'm going to make 1 dozen, guys. I have 11 in there. So let me make it to 12. All right. So I dropped 1 more in there. All right, let me just clean this area right here. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave this for 10 minutes. And while this is cooking for 10 minutes, I'm going to be making some nice smoothie. Yes, sugar-free, healthy, all fruits. All right, even though I set it for 17 minutes, I'm going to be taking it out earlier. And it's at 370 degrees, guys. All right, so my air fryer is going. So I'll just save this for another day. I have a lot left. So I'll just save it for another day. Let me just clear up this area. And let me put my pot on because I have to fry up the tin mackerel, which we call Dirty Gal. All right, guys. So I'm using this morning Grace tin mackerel, as Jamaicans would call it. Some people call it flash out. Some people call it tin bomb. But we know it growing up as Dirty Gal. People think it's vulgar, but it's just our Jamaican culture. It's just our culture. That's how we name things sometimes, and we don't mean it in a derogatory way, but that's just what it's called. All right. So I've already cleaned my mackerel, guys. I've already deboned it, although they say the bone is good for you. I already deboned it. I already cleaned out the guts and everything because I don't like the guts in it. And I put my pot on. I'm going to pour some grapeseed oil. I'm going to fry it up real quick. Let me get some onion, some scotch bonnet pepper. And I'm getting some tomatoes. All right, guys. So I'm just going to wash my tomatoes real quick. And I'm just going to cut up. Oops, where's my cutting board? Oh, it's right here. All right, guys. So I'm just going to cut up my seasonings that I'm going to use in the mackerel. Cutting up some authentic Jamaican scotch bonnet pepper, which I already washed before I put it in the refrigerator. Because, you know, guys, when you come from the the green grocery, you have to wash your vegetables. You have to wash everything before you put them in the fridge. But because these tomatoes were already in the container, I had to wash them just now because they weren't washed. And I'm also cutting some onions. So I'm chopping up some nice sweet onions, some Vidalia onions into little, wedges. And I think I should add a baby bell pepper to this mixture right here. You can't cook mackerel without some baby bell peppers. So let me add my baby bell peppers. I think I might add a red one or a yellow one. All right. So I'm adding a yellow baby bell pepper to this mix, guys. And I could smell my oil. It's very, very, very extremely hot. So, looking through one of my spatulas. All right, so I'm just gonna add my seasonings to the oil, guys. And I thought it was hot, but it's not hot enough. Maybe I didn't turn my fire up, but it soon starts to sizzle. I can smell it start sizzling already. All right, it starts to sizzle. So I'm just gonna let this cook down for, a minute or two, and then I'm gonna add my mackerel. Turn my fan on. All right, guys, so I'm adding my mackerel. So I'm just breaking them up in, smaller pieces because this is the big chunky mackerel, guys. So I'm making it into smaller pieces. Making it into little smaller pieces. All right, guys, this smells good. This smells really, 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 really good. Turn up my fire a little bit more. So I'm just gonna leave this to sizzle. And while this is sizzling, I'm adding some crushed red pepper. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of Goya, not a lot because it's salty. Just to season it up a little. And of course, I'm gonna add a little Mrs. Dash table blend. And that will be my seasoning for this mackerel. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it and let it cook down. And to this, guys, just to thicken the sauce, I'm just gonna add some Jamaican, I wouldn't say Jamaican, American. Everything I call Jamaican. Alrighty, I'm just gonna add some tomato ketchup, just a little bit. Just to thicken the sauce, because you want to eat the mackerel with a little bit of gravy. And with those plantain balls, you do need gravy for it. All right, guys, so this is cooking right here. All right, let me clean up this mess right here. Put back this piece of pepper in the fridge. Let me clean up my area. I'll just rest those in the sink. Let me push these back. Clean up this little mess right here. Alrighty. So this morning, guys, I have right here some lychee that I bought in Costco's yesterday. I saw sweet lychee, fresh lychee on the container, and they are indeed sweet. They're so sweet. I had 5 of them, and I had to drink a bottle of water. It was so sweet. So I decided that this morning, I'm going to take some of it, and I'm going to be using it on my live this morning. So I've already, in the interest of time, I've already separated the seeds from the lychee. So to this, I'm going to be adding some frozen pineapple that I had in the freezer. Let me add some more. And I have some pomegranate, 100% pomegranate juice. And this is organic, of course, guys. We got this in Whole Foods. So I'm just going to put a half of the pomegranate juice in this. And guys, this is a great source of antioxidants because, you know, every day we need to make sure our immune system is up there because you have a lot of things in the atmosphere. So you want to protect your body. So now I'm also going to be adding some berry medley. And this is a mixture of blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, and of course, blueberries. So I'm just going to add a little of this mix in as well. And this is frozen. And I'm pouring some of the juices from the bag, guys, in there. All right, so now I'm going to blend away. Where's my hand blender? So I'm loving this hand blender, guys. It's so easy. In the mornings when we're rushing, you know, we just put some shake in this. And we just put this down in it and it's just going. All right, so I'm just plugging this up right here. And I'm just going to dip this in there. And I'm just going to blend away. Okay, guys, you see how fast this thing was blended? It's nice and, you know, and I did a little spilling over here, so let me clean it up. All right, guys, so my mackerel is sizzling away over there. I could show you how good it looks. As you can see, it's nice and thick and yummy. So I'll just turn on my fire and let it sizzle a little bit more. And I have my smoothie ready like Freddy. Let me get a straw. Let me get a straw from my drawer. So my smoothie is ready to go. Guys, this did not need sugar. As I told you, the lychee is sweet. The pineapple is sweet. And the berries are also sweet. So it just makes this thing 100% delicious. Can't wait for Twine to come in here and taste this. So guys, I have 7 more minutes on the plantain balls. I'm just going to check on them to see what they look like. Woo! I'm going to give it 2 more minutes, guys. And in the meantime, I'm just going to get the platter to do my display just to show you what breakfast looks like this morning in Ceelee's kitchen. Okay, let me get a spoon from my drawer. So now I'm going to be taking out my plantain balls, guys. It's nice and golden brown. And I can't wait to taste it because I know all those pieces of cheese is all melted down with the seasoning. Oh my God. Can't wait. All right, guys, look at it. Look at it. Very, very smelling delicious, looking delicious. So I'm going to be scooping one. Going to be scooping another one. Because mark you guys, remember the plantain was already cooked. So I just needed to get some color on this and the crisps on the outside of it. let me get my mackerel. Dwayne, okay, guys, so this is what breakfast looks like this morning. This is what our breakfast. So let me clean my dish because presentation is the key for me. So let me just clean my edges. So this is what breakfast looks like this morning, guys. Nice, delicious plantain balls with cooked up tin mackerel, which we call dirty gal. Right, Paulette and Kareen? All right. Come, Dwayne. I'm waiting. The audience is waiting. So we have a smoothie, we have our plantain balls and our mackerel, and that will be the breakfast. And of course, guys, as you know, we are on a weight loss challenge. So I just have to make sure that I don't consume too much carbs. And, the plantain is not really it's not too carby. Because remember, one of them was ripe and the other was almost ripe. So I just blended both of them together. So it's not that starchy. Dwayne, let's go. So let me turn my fan off. I don't need it anymore. All the heat and the smoke is all gone, so we don't need the fan anymore. I'm just waiting on Twine to come and taste it for the audience, just to tell you how delicious this tastes. I want to taste it, and I'm so tempted. It's so tempting, but I need another opinion. I really need another opinion. So he's just getting dressed because he's still in bed. So give him a minute or two. So guys, for those of you who did not yet purchase Miss Polly's Good Up pepper sauce, I still have pepper sauce available. I've been shipping them to Washington State. I've been shipping them to Maryland. I've been shipping them to Virginia, Pennsylvania, just to name a few of the places that we're sending out these peppers to. So I just want you to inbox me if you are interested in sampling Miss Polly's pepper sauce. It's good. It's good. If my girls were on this live, they would tell you how good this pepper sauce tastes. Because it's, she used authentic, real Jamaican scotch bonnet peppers. So, yeah, man, ton up. Dwayne, hurry up. You can't have the people waiting. Waiting on you to taste the food. Hurry up. I thought he was getting dressed, guys. He's just getting up. He's coming out. Yes. I've been waiting. Let's go. Chop chop. So I have one of my friend. I think he's from Bangladesh. He's on my live as well. I think his name is Roy. Thanks for joining the live.
You have a friend from Bengal too?
Of course, I have friends from. They are my greatest supporters.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning. So Twine is going to be tasting the plantain balls and the mackerel, which we call dirty gal.
We taste the plantain ball first.
Tastes good?
Mm-hmm. Just really good.
Pepper, it's too pepper?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the pepper was perfect. The taste, the ingredients. So guys, this is something you could try at home. It is so easy. If you don't have almond flour to flour it, you could use the regular flour. You don't necessarily have to use that. But because we are supporting weight loss challenge and healthy stuff, I choose to use the almond flour. And this is the brand I use, guys, just in case you want to know which brand to buy. This is the Blue Diamond almond flour. I'm sure you could get this in most of the regular supermarkets. Or if not, I know Bob Mills always have a great one. So you could try any of these. You could try your regular flour if you want, but it is really, really, really good. All right, guys. So thanks for joining the live this morning, guys. It was my pleasure serving you, and see you next week. Same place, same time. So, as Jamaicans would say, walk good. But before I go, guys, if you're not yet subscribed to Ceelee's Kitchen YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting on. You're missing out on a lot of good things. Stop making money over my head now. Sure. Ow, the butter burned me. Yes. So, if you're not yet subscribed, please go on YouTube, click on that subscription button, and also the notification bell, and hit all. So every time that I post a new video, you will be notified. So guys, thanks for joining me today. And as Jamaicans would say, walk good. Someone want all I own upon this life. Corinne, Paulette, Chris, Roy, Bree, have a great weekend. The sun is shining outside. It's summer, guys. So go have fun. So I'm going to drop Hubby at work now. And you're going to have fun for the rest of the day. So stay tuned.